Hi everybody, hope everybody's keeping well, keeping safe, especially these days with the Covid-19 outbreak. Hope everybody's keeping themselves at home as best they can and only going out for essential reasons. Yeah, I thought I'd do a video. I've not done one for about 3 or 4 weeks. No excuse really, I've been off work all this week and had to stay in. Could have made more videos, I guess, but I was busy with other things. I thought I'd just do a quick update on what's been going on, really. Work as normal, got a great job, love the job. Yeah, I love the job. Still on the same medication, which is duloxetine 60mg, mirtazapine 45, and quetiapine 50mg. And obviously I still take my CBD oil, which I think's the dog's bollocks for me. It's brilliant. I can do so much with this. I can do so much. So, compared to a couple of years ago when, I weren't in a good way, mental health wise, since using the CBD, fantastic. That's for me anyway, and like I say, I've mentioned it on other videos, I use the Holland and Barrett CBD. I think it's manufactured by a company called 2Es, I think. But yeah, so yeah, all's good. I'm keeping isolated, apart from obviously work reasons and groceries. Tend to exercise mainly at home. I suppose I don't know really what I was going to talk about. I suppose obviously in the current climate with the COVID-19 outbreak, obviously it's a very worrying situation at the moment. It's with the rate it's spread and the amount of deaths and people infected. However, I think one of the things, if you're really worried, and it's absolutely okay to be worried, and there's a reason to be worried, but also is a bit of a reason to be optimistic. Most people will only probably get the minor symptoms, and the most people will recover. There is obviously, if you've got underlying issues, especially respiratory issues and many other issues, diabetes, cancer, etc., it really is important to avoid as much as you can, because generally those people, unfortunately, as well as the elderly, or combination, will all tend to struggle with it. But I think if you I thought I was going to say really, I think the way I've been sort of dealing with this COVID outbreak is, as worrying as it is, and justifiably so, I'm trying to focus on the fact, I have fairly severe asthma. It's very well controlled, and this disease attacks, this virus attacks the lungs, so I suppose I could potentially really struggle. I'm trying to focus on the fact that the biggest majority of people do make a recovery. I'm trying not to think about the unfortunate people who suffer, or don't recover from it, which is far too many at the moment. So what if you're out there and you're on medication for mental health, and you're really worried about this issue, this outbreak of COVID-19, I think what I would, if I was going to maybe offer any kind of advice, would be to listen to your government's advice, and also, you know, keep in touch with your care providers the best you can. I mean, over in the UK, it's very difficult to see one now because they're not really, but I suppose you could keep in touch with by email, phone, etc. You know, but yeah, you know, it is a worrying time. It is, and you know, there's not too much out there said, certainly in the media, about people that may be isolated with mental health, and now have this to contend with. I think the thing I would do is, like I say, the thing it would be would be to make contact with as many support networks as possible. That's probably going to be via telephone, I'd imagine, but it's better than nothing, you know. I mean, it's difficult as enough as it is. Isolation through mental health, aside from having a contagious virus that's whizzing, wreaking havoc around the world. Keep in touch with family members, text, emails. If you're not in the same house, it's a difficult situation. But I mean, like I say, I try to find the positive in as much negative as possible. And me personally, this is just me. I've been looking at the rate of the survival rate, really, rather than focus on the death rate. The deaths through this virus. Not to be complacent though, but I've been focusing myself on, well, there's lots of people do recover, more so by a long way, but it is just a case of staying at home as much as stay in, don't go out. But if you're suffering with your mental health, if mental health's an issue as well, make as much contact with caregivers or your support workers, whoever your healthcare professionals are. Keep in touch with those people in whichever way they've suggested. Even though we're isolated, there is, if you're worried, try and always reach out to somebody. It's a bit of a random kind of video, really, but like I say, going back to the positive, me personally, I'm doing absolutely fine. Touch wood. I'm not showing any signs of anything as yet, and hopefully I don't, and I can continue to work. But aside from this virus, I do it every time. Aside from this virus, if we're battling mental health as well, mental health, we can either overcome or at least learn to live with it. I've been, me personally, I was mentioning in other videos, I've really struggled in the past. Really struggled, But I think one of the most, one of the underlying things I've done is I've carried on with as much support as possible, accessed as much support continuously, and got the old CBD, which I personally think has been the best of everything. I know I keep mentioning CBD oil, but it's allowed me a life. It certainly has. But yeah, I'm still on the other meds as well. Mirtazapine, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get off that. I wouldn't mind reducing my medication. I don't feel as I really need it, but then again, like I've said in previous videos, is this stuff working in combination with those? And if I was to come off the other medication, would it be different? I don't know, but I wouldn't mind getting off medication. Can't imagine it being easy. I really can't. In fact, I reckon the mirtazapine will be a nightmare. I've had comments on other videos, and you know, people mention about mirtazapine and being it's been awful for them to come off. So that's the thing I'm worried about. And I've been on it 9 years, 10 years maybe, 9, 10. Maybe the duloxetine and I know the quetiapine I could probably shift, which I'm probably going to make an attempt at soon. Yeah, but yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick update, bit of a video. Like I say, keep safe with this virus, keep safe, stay in, stick to your government's guidelines. Stay in. If there's no need to go out, don't go out. However, like I say, aside from the doom and gloom with this Covid-19 and all the unfortunate, fatalities that are happening, there is also many more that do survive. So I try to stick to that and focus on that, and I'll only worry about the Covid-19 if I get it, and that's the only time to worry really, is if you get it. That's not to be complacent. Follow all the rules, stay in, do whatever your government suggests you do, and more, exercise at home as much as possible. By all means, get some fresh air. If you need to get out, go for your groceries or something. Keep your distance from people, and stay bloody safe. That's the main thing. Stay safe. Like I say, if you're struggling with mental health, keep in touch with your care providers. That's what they're there for. Right, I'm going to wrap it up on that, because I basically pressed record and set everything up and wasn't so bloody sure. I had no idea what I was going to talk about, but I've managed to probably bore the life out of people for 13, nearly 14 minutes. But yeah, stay safe, stay well. Thank you to the people that have subscribed. Thank you to the people that have made comments and liked videos or shared videos or disliked videos. They're all, it doesn't matter. Hit the subscribe. Ask me any questions you like. Give me some suggestions for videos, and I will maybe research something for you or talk about it or whatever. Anyway, stay safe, stay well, and I'll chat soon.